Are we done? Okie dokie. Well, let's see how many people come in. Happy New Year. Even though there's nobody out there. Happy New Year, Smoke. I love you, buddy. Where's Jernie? She's up there somewhere. There she is. Happy New Year, Jernie. You're such a good girl. Hey, Smokey, such a good boy. You are. Hey, buddy. Bring that just a little bit closer. All right. Well, let's see how long it takes for anybody to join in, if at all. I may just end up with one or two people, if that. In any case, cheers. Happy New Year, everybody. And that's me talking to the future audience out there. Because I'll make this public after. Hey, Smokey. I'm just having a nibble with nacho chips and some. I mean, it's okay, but I kind of mixed it up, and now it looks like dog breakfast. But I picked up some vegan. I don't know if it's like that mock 7-layer dip or whatever the hell it's called, from a store out here called Palm Natural Market, Organic Market, something like that. Yeah, it's edible. It's not the best. It looked pretty when it was in layers, but I just kind of mixed it up. All right, well, I don't know. I might just be talking to myself till midnight. That's okay. That's not unusual. In any case, my name is Nancy. This is Vanlife Jernie. And it's named after Jernie back there. Hey, Jernie. Hey, Mama. Is it supposed to be your channel? I think so. I think it was initially intended to be your channel. Oh, and then see Smoke. Oh, no. You're showing too much attention to my sister, so I want some attention, Mama. You're such a mama's boy. You really are. Such a mama's boy. Hey, you're eyeing up my food. I can see it. Breathing in the back of my ear. Looking to grab some food. Are you hoping for a handout, buddy? Are you? You hoping for a handout? I don't know. So we're into the live 3.5 minutes already. And I had it scheduled for 8 o'clock. So 7:59 already? So just under a minute to go. Hey, Smokey. Pardon me, and we'll see how many people show up. In any case, again, my name is Nancy. This is Vanlife Jernie. I live in a 2019 Ram ProMaster extended 159 wheelbase high top. And I decided to get this type of van because, well, I'm getting older. And who's that? There's somebody in here now. I've been talking to myself up till now. Oh, they left. Okay, bye. That's too bad. I'm sure they'll come back. Are they going to do it side by side with me? Was that my buddy? Anyway, so yeah, I live in a 2019 Ram ProMaster, 159-inch wheelbase, extended with the high top. And I chose it because I'm getting older and I've got some back issues coming on. Early on when I was younger, I had a bit of an accident where I was hit by a truck while I was riding my bicycle. So I damaged my tailbone and I'm pretty sure I probably fractured it. But it never was looked at, never confirmed. And yeah, I was about maybe 12, 13 at the time. So now I've got these back issues. I've been diagnosed with degenerative disc disease as well. So I wanted to have something that I wasn't going to be crouched over in or kneeling, like in the cargo vans and such, because, well, I mean, my knees aren't even the best anymore either. I beat the crap out of them when I was younger, playing racket sports and just doing what young kids do, jumping off of roofs and out of trees and yada yada. So my knees aren't the best anymore. So because of all of that, that played a factor in the type of vehicle that I was going to choose to live in. I knew I was going to live in a van. It was just a matter of deciding what type of van. So I did a bunch of research and it took about a year, I guess. 6 months to a year anyway. Who's here? It's not showing anybody though. Oh, there's 2 people now showing. Megan Van Mike. Hello. Hello to you too. I thought I was talking to myself for a moment there, but thanks for showing up. Make me feel like I'm not quite crazy. We had a ProMaster also, but when we went full time, we had to go to a Class C RV. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, whatever works for you, whatever your needs are, it determines what your choices are going to be. So, Class C RV, that would be a really nice vehicle to have. And had I had the money, I probably would have gone into something like that too. And it's still an option for me. My buddy's messaging me, Ellen, make a comment, Ellen. I sent you a link to join in, but I don't know if it worked or not. Let me know. Anyway, sorry, I ADD squirrel. Yeah, Class V or Class C RV would be an amazing vehicle to have, and maybe when I'm older, retirement age or a little bit past retirement age, that might be a vehicle that I would consider getting into, just because it's got all the amenities, right? So right now, Ellen says, I'm watching. Hey, Ellen. Are you not able to comment, man? My friend from I'm an ex-correctional officer, so back when I worked in the prison, my buddy's here. She worked in the prison too. She's in a different line of work to do with the government, but still corrections basically. ProMaster is better for single person, easier to get around. I would agree. I would agree. I think these vans like this one, the Ford Transit, the Mercedes, which they're a little bit costly. Believe me, if I had the money, I would have gone with Mercedes too, because they've got the 4-wheel drive option and yeah. I mean, it's you can't. Diesel engines are a whole lot tougher, although they come with their share of problems too, and they can be quite costly to repair. So in a way, I'm kind of glad I just went with the ProMaster. Dimension-wise inside for building out, it was a little bit more square, if you will. The walls, slight curve to it, but not as much as what the Ford Transit is or the Mercedes. So that's why I chose the ProMaster as well. There was a bunch of different reasons I chose ProMaster. Lower deck in the cargo area here, so the floor is actually lower to the ground, so it's not as hard to get into. You don't have to step up twice. So this one is just like And they did it this way for forklift capability to put cargo, so they could forklift cargo straight into the van. Um, they did it that way for that purpose because of it being a cargo van. So the lower deck was a feature that it was appealing to me. Bus Route 67. There you go. You found the comment box. You been drinking already, man? How many you had? Lori S. Hi, Happy New Year, Lori. Lori shares another. Sorry, S. Lori S. I shouldn't say privacy and all. She's another friend of mine. So yeah, ProMaster, very kind of boxy. So the shape of it easier to build because the dimensions are a little bit more square. Lower deck. It is a front wheel drive. It's only a 6-cylinder engine though, which surprises me for a big cargo van this size. I thought they would have had at least an 8. But yeah, it's a 6. But the front wheel drive runs like a tank. I've had it up the back roads of an area in BC called Harrison. And I've driven all the way up to a place called 20 Mile Bay, right at the top of Harrison Lake. And it was a rough go, but we made it. My buddy, actually, that's in here, Bus Route 67, she came up there with me. She's got a little Westphalia. Can't remember the year of it now. 94? Is it, Ellen? Or, fuck, I don't know. 90 something. Yeah, 20 Mile Bay. KR's here. Hey, KR. Welcome. Happy New Year to you too, bud. 84. Okay, so the Westphalia that my buddy's got is an 84. There is a video in my playlist that I did a little bit of a van tour with her when we were out camping. And you can go back if you want and have a look at it. It's a cute little vehicle. She's not a full-time van lifer. She's just a camping, part-timer, which is fine because she's got her place that, sticks and bricks and all. Whether I'm trying to convince her to move into it. Think that's ever going to happen? 84 VW. Shameless plug, of course, yeah. Cheers, guys. I hope you all have a drink with you. No. I know you're not going to live in it. You're a little bit of a princess, and you'd probably get a Class C. I think so. It is a little cramped. Yeah, the VW is a little bit cramped. It's great for the weekend getaway. But I think, yeah, if you're going to live in it, yeah, it's too cramped. Several. I believe that means drinks, Lori. This is my first, and I'm kind of nursing it. Classy with shower and toilet. Yeah, see, because you're a princess. You don't want to pee in a jar? In any case, yeah. So those are the reasons why I chose a ProMaster, and I did some research on all of them, and I looked at them carefully. So this one appealed to me the most, and price-wise, it wasn't too bad. I think these ones at the time when I bought them were around off the lot. They were in the low 60s. So when I had my pickup truck that I used as a trade-in, it brought it down a bit. So all in, it was about 65,000, I think. Pee in a boot. Remind me never to bring boots when we're out camping if you come. Pooping in a bag is not for you. There's all kinds of toilets everywhere, dude. The mall, the gas station, restaurants, McDonald's, Taco Bell, because after you eat there, you want to go to the toilet anyway. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to be just looking at the screen here and not talking. So, trying my best to keep the conversation going. Um, you know, feel free to comment in there and let's get a chat going. On my last live, I was talking about um, perhaps taking this channel in a direction of mental health awareness and supporting of uh, solo female van dwellers or people that want to get into van dwelling and offer some sort of a like a network of support for that type of thing if there's an interest out there. So I've been kind of poking around on YouTube and looking to see what other channels are out there that might be geared towards that. And there's actually a few. So it'll be interesting um, to see how many more are out there. And I might just reach out and see. We might all be able to get together and set up some sort of a like a group chat or a channel that we can all get in on and talk and like a safe space kind of thing, right? So, Ellen, what did you guys get up to today? I saw you went out somewhere to a pub. Did you just go pub hopping, or are you still pub hopping? And I picked myself up a little hootie thing. Hey, what's that? It's not for you to chew on, though. You have your little squeaky toy back there. You got a monkey. Go get your monkey. Hmm? Go get your little crinkle monkey. Who's this? Smoke? Did you kill the squeaker? Oh no. That's a wimpy little. Hey, it's wimpy. That's too wimpy for you. I'm gonna go play with that. Play with your monkey. New brew room and then a liquor store. Wayback Brewery. Where's that at? I haven't heard of that one. Someplace local. Where's everybody else gone? Oh, we lost a person. Something tells me this isn't going to last very long. Oh, it's Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka. So, New Year's resolutions. Who's got some? Anybody? Hmm. Were you not able to join the chat, Ellen, or you chose not to? And that's okay. I don't have any music playing. That sucks. I don't have a radio or anything. I could turn the van on. What beer compliments Vanlife best? Anything dark. Doing dishes. All right. KR, my resolution is not to make any. I think that's probably the smartest thing because, well, we know how that works, right? Resolutions usually, oh, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to get fit and lose some weight and blah, blah, blah. And that usually lasts for maybe a couple of months. And then it goes out the window. So, yeah. It always sounds good in the head. There's Jernie. She's almost got her head on Holly's sweater. Holly's here. For those of you that are new, Holly was my previous dog to Smoke. I adopted him in beginning of May, end of April, beginning of May, and Holly passed away in February. Sorry, I was doing dishes. Yeah, okay. Not a problem. Resolutions are bunk. Be fat and happy. Yeah, well, it's not easy to keep them, you know? Like it's just there's too many temptations out there if it's to do with like diet, exercise and that kind of stuff. There's just too many. Life is too stressful, hectic, busy. It just doesn't, you have to really be a committed personality, like a really strong, I'm going to do this and there's no swaying you. You have to be really focused and committed to stick with it. And I say kudos to those people. I tried it over the years many times, even with my sister, going to the gym and trying to get fit and do some weight training and get buff and all that kind of stuff. But it just never works. It never sticks. As I shovel my face full of food. Yep. It creates depression later when you can't keep them. Exactly. I mean, it's a mind fuck, right? Yeah, Holly she was a great dog. She was such a sweetheart. She was very, very special, very unique, and I miss her a lot. Um, it was tough. It was really tough on Journey too. She aged quite a bit after Holly's loss, and now she's got a heart murmur too. So I should have had a like radio or music or something. I don't have anything. I wonder if I could play music on here while we're doing this. They were bonded, yep, very much so. I'm afraid if I try to go and see I'm afraid if I try to go and see if I could put music on here that I'm gonna cut it off. Yeah, I don't think this live is gonna last all the way to midnight, to be honest. I thought I would try. Um, but yeah, we'll see. And we still have 3 people out there. I swear this thing is not being true to the numbers sometimes. Because at the beginning there, I felt like I was just talking to myself because it said 0. Then all of a sudden somebody commented. Where the fuck did that come from? Hmm. Yeah, I think if I go to try and put music on, it's going to cut this off. And then they might boot me anyway because of copyright. They're a bit sticky. So we can sing. Where am I parked? That's a secret. Right outside your place. I'm in, I don't want to be specific, but I'm in Coquitlam. Little bread things and nacho chips or whatever. And it was some vegan pre-made dip thing I got from Palm Natural Market in Poco. And I just mixed it up together, and it looks like it's not so appetizing looking now. Tastes okay. That a little bird? Can't tell. So is KR still here? Do you not have plans today, or are you like us? You just want to hang out, be solo, have a quiet New Year's? I think I scared KR out now. Now there's only 2 people. So it's Lori and Ellen. Yeah, I didn't think this would be too lively. I got my hat. I can put my hat on. Maybe that'll draw attention. People gonna come in now if I'm wearing my hat? Toot my little thingy. 3.5 hours left. I know. I don't know if I can stay here, like sitting here doing this for 3.5 hours. I had invited a friend, but she crapped out on me. I liked the hat. I thought the hat was kind of cool. Lame. Yeah. Oh, I'd asked her yesterday if she wanted to join in. Oh, well, I gotta think about it. And then went all day today and never said a fucking word to me. And then she's a vehicle dweller. And then about, I guess, close to an hour before I sent the invite for this out, she pulled in. So I messaged her and said, "So you're going to join me?" Because I bought a bunch of food and everything because I hadn't heard from her. So I assumed that she was probably going to join. Anyway, so I bought this food and in the minivan with the cat. Well, she's got a cat, but it's not a minivan, it's a car. In any case, chickened out. Whatever. That's okay. People have their reasons for crapping out on things. I've crapped out on things a few times in my day. Mm-hmm. It's a small car. It's like it's not a sedan, but it's like a hatchback. Like the back it's a hatchback on the back. Yeah, it's not very big. Yeah, it's a shame. People, I mean, this is why I live in a van. Um, yeah. Anyway, enough said. You're a poet. You didn't know it. In the tan van with my man Dan. How drunk are you guys? Are you toasted? Mm, not yet. Down by the river in a van. I've been there. I've been down by the river in my van. I almost got stuck. That was up in Squamish. First beer was 8.4. Wow. These ones, I'm drinking this one, black milk, and it's only 4.5. It's not very strong, but it's not bad. It's quite tasty. I think this is the first time I've had this. Drink away from being loaded. Are you guys both together? Are you at Ellen's place, Lori? I should have come over there. Not a fan of that brewery. Is it not so good? You're in a van each in the underground? One's in Bubba and the other one's in, what'd you name the Westie? The white one. The red one's Bubba. What's the Westie's name? Oh, this one. The blackmail. Not a fan of it, eh? Okay. This one's not bad. Edie Van Trapp. All right. I drive a motherfucking van again. This stout is actually not bad. Oh, we have 4 people now. Who's all here? Say hi. Hi, everybody. Man, I wish I had some music. It's boring in here without music. I could sing. I don't think we want that. Mademoiselle from Armentier, parlez-vous. Is that the one? Is that how it goes? Inky dinky parlez-vous. Yeah, who's all here? We have hi from Hope. Coral some. Hey, Coral! That name rings a bell. How you doing? Coral Semple. Yeah, that name rings a bell. Maybe because you're a follower. I don't know. Somebody keeps trying to message me. Am I on the computer or phone? I'm on my cell phone. What's Coral drinking? Yes, that's where I remember your name. Okay. So I'm not going mental. At least not any more than I already am. Yes, that's right. I remember now. Yeah, I'm sure that you're aware Holly passed away. But yeah, I bought biscuit. It was you and Bernie that sent some biscuit to the biscuit fund for the girls. And yeah. You don't drink just coffee, Coral? Okay, that's cool. Good for you. I'll probably go that way soon myself. I don't drink much anymore anyway, to be honest. Yeah, we'll all drink your share. And am I pronouncing your last name right, Coral? Semple? Yeah, Holly passed away. She passed away in February. She was having some issues that we thought, even the vet thought it was just old dog syndrome, um, vertigo. And he said, we'll just monitor it and see. And if that's what it is, it should go away. And it may not fully go away, but it should start subsiding, and it may go away um, in a couple of weeks. Well, a couple of weeks passed, and it kind of sort of was getting a little bit better, but she took a turn. And so the vet said, well, um, there's two types of vertigo, or sorry, vestibular disease vertigo in dogs. And one is old dog syndrome, and the other one is brain tumor. So he pretty much confirmed that she likely had a brain tumor. So, and there was not much that we could have done about it, because at the stage that she was at, it rendered her pretty much incapacitated, if you will. Pardon me. And she was in a constant state of seizure that day. So it was time to let her go. Helen. Helene, I never know how to pronounce your name. Helen, Happy New Year. Glad that you could join us. Thanks for coming. We're just having a little chit chat, nothing fancy. Doesn't have to go to midnight. We're just kind of hanging out, saying hey to everybody, having a little drink. I do. His name is Smoke. And we adopted him beginning of May, end of April, beginning of May. I fostered him first, because that was the agreement with the shelter that he was at. And they had me sign like a confidentiality agreement, per se, or of sorts, based on where he came from and the sketchy background that he had and the people. So I wasn't allowed to say, and I'm still not allowed to say where he came from. And I'm not allowed to post his location or anything online because of it. So, but he was abused. He had broken teeth. He's got a missing foot. He's got body damage. Yeah, and the vet had confirmed that he's got blunt force trauma to the head, evidence of it. So he's been knocked around, but he's okay now. Hey, buddy. Yes. Are you a good boy? Are you mommy's good boy? Are you? He is a mama's boy. And Jernie, of course, is still here. She's just right there. She's sitting by Holly's sweater. Okay. Jernie was hit hard, pretty good, pretty hard with the loss of Holly. It affected her quite a bit. You're not going to make it to midnight? Helene. Gotcha. Helene. Yeah, okay. French Canadian? Possibly a bait dog? No, I don't think so. No, not a bait dog. He may have been used as for breeding, but I think he's been knocked around. I think the people beat the crap out of him, but not a bait dog. No. He doesn't have any scarring on his face that would indicate anything of that sort, like fighting or anything. He's got a couple of little bite marks on his face, but nothing that would indicate that he's been used as a bait dog or anything. No. Yeah, he's been knocked around. Somebody didn't treat him very nice, and I'd like to get a hold of him. One of them's in jail, and the other one's missing. If that tells you anything about them. But the shelter is concerned about the people finding out where he is. So yeah. So I'm not allowed to say where he came from, and I'm not allowed to identify his location. Okay. Yeah. Where's the body? I can't tell you that. The name is French, but you're not. Okay. What part of let's play where's everybody from? Oh, we have 5 people now. At least that's what it says for me. Who's the 5th person? We have a lurker. So sad. Yeah. I don't like people abusing animals. I would be inclined to make people disappear. Yeah. If I had the if I had the skill set, I would definitely make people disappear. One of my fantasy jobs that I always wanted to do, even when I was a young kid, I wanted to be a sniper. Not a word of a lie. Well, bus routes in scurvy. What part of scurvy? Wally? Where people disappear. Yep. 3 girls, 3 wheels. Hey, how's it going? Sacramento, California. Across the Brown River from scurvy. Langley? No. Are you on this side of the river, Lori? Helene's in San Diego. I've been to San Diego many, many years ago. I think I was 18 at the time. Nice place. I was visiting a friend who was actually my ex, my one time my sister-in-law. And she was she was doing dancing and stuff like that. She was tap and jazz, and she actually used to be an MGM showgirl at one time back in the 80s. Yeah, very early 80s, late 70s. And she lived right on the beach. Don't ask me to remember where. And I went down there one time for New Year's Eve, and we had champagne on the beach, and we burned a great big Christmas tree on the beach, had a bonfire. It was great. Oh, New West. Okay. Gotcha. I love Dexter. I haven't seen that show. I want to see it. I want to watch it. I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet. Now we have 6 people. Welcome. Happy New Year, whoever's out there. I guarantee we're going to have at least one lurker. I pretty much know who you are, I think. The one that I invited that didn't show. Hi, Sandra Diego. 6 watching. Yeah. 6 watching now. 6 people. Hey, everybody. And if you're new here, my name is Nancy. This is Vanlife Jernie. And the namesake of the channel is right there. That's Jernie. Having her nap. And this is our new boy, Smoke, that we've had since May. Pardon me, April, May. Who's all out there? Say hi. Say hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Again, I don't know if I'm going to make it to midnight, but I just thought I would do this little live and we would have a drink together and just kind of chit chat and chill out. It's like my hop solo live videos on Facebook. Yeah, I think you should keep doing that. You haven't done that for a while, have you? You didn't do it on. Was it on YouTube, Ellen? The hop solo. Coral, I'm spending New Year's alone with my 3 pups. Dicky Doo and what? Dicky Doo people? I can't read that. PP people? And Little Minnow. Nice. Dirty Smoke. Helene says hello. And Happy New Year. Oh, Journey's like right out. Her eyes are rolled back and everything. Mucky. No. I think she's going a bit deaf too. She'll be 12 this year. Only 3 people watching your hop solo thing? Really? Oh, we lost somebody. They got a better invite, I guess. Yeah, you should do the hop solo thing again. Yeah, what kind of dogs, Coral? What breeds are they? Yeah, hop solo table for 1. I think you could do well with that. Two Pomeranians and a Terrier mix. Nice. Pomeranians are cute. They're so fluffy. And I'm drinking, I like my dark beer. Um, anything like stout or porter. That's my type of drink. The stuff you can't see through. Black, like my soul. Okay, so we had somebody from Sacramento, California, another one from San Diego. Where's everybody else from? Well, we know where I'm from, up here in Vancouver, Canada. My friend Bus Route 67 and Lori S. Friends. They're also up here. Where's everybody else from? We got 6 people here, as far as I can see. I only got 3 thumbs up. Come on, guys. Come on. I don't ask for much. At least I don't think I do. And hope. Yes, hope. Was there somebody here earlier that was saying, was it Chilliwack? No. Am I dreaming? Probably. I'm hoping, well, I was wishing that I'd be able to make it to, oh, we got 7 people here now. Oh, sorry, Smoke. I'm sorry, buddy. We have 7 people. Can I do it, Smoke? Can I? Poor guy. Oh, Helene, thank you. I make fun of myself all the time. And if I don't make fun of myself, Bus Route 67 will. Am I getting tipsy? Actually, no. This was my first one. So when I poured the can, I'm not convincing, am I? It was only up to about here. So these are only 4.5%. I'm Irish. I can drink. I can hold my liquor. Helene, first thing I do, always give the thumbs up. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Oh, we guilted somebody into giving a thumbs up. Look, there's 4 now. I'm not trying to pressure anybody. You want to give a thumbs up, you can. If not, that's okay. Get out. When are we going camping again? There, Bus Route 67. I'm Scottish and hold it better. You remember how I used to drink, right? What happened? Cherry pie. Who's got cherry pie? Who's holding out on me? Do you do delivery? Yeah, Bus Route 67. Ellen. Were you still thinking that we would do the road trip up to, where were we going to go? Yukon? Something like that? Alaska? I'd still like to do that. Do a road trip and film it. I think that'd be fun. Or even if we don't go up north, go east. We should go to Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. Pardon me. 7 cherry pies. Wah, You might move to Nova Scotia? Really? When were you gonna tell me about this? I'd like to go there and just now. Oh, is it because you just thought of it now or what? Cheap to live out there. Well, it's cheap to live in Alberta too. When you retire, you mean? Give give her another beer and it'll be Scotland. Well, Nova Scotia is just over the water from Scotland, so that's closer. Yeah, well, I mean, it's been super cheap out there for a long time, and that certain taxes that they don't charge and all that kind of stuff. Gas is cheaper, and I mean, I think that's part and parcel with the fact that they want people to come there. Um, but yeah, I don't know that I would ever want to live in Alberta. For under 50,000 in Nova Scotia. Labrador is gorgeous up the coast there. Oh, we lost somebody. Um, 50,000. Is that like with a bit of property or is it just on a lot? What am I eating? I'm just eating they're little bread things. They look like crackers, but they're not. It's like a flat bread. And I've got a like a I picked up this vegan dip from um a place called Palm. It's a market. They sell like organic stuff and whatnot and vegetarian vegan stuff. Um so I grabbed that and I just kind of I threw it in a bowl, mixed it up, and now it looks like slop. But anyway, tastes okay. And then I had some nacho chips, but I've eaten them all. So I've just got the bread left now. Well, that would be better than what you have. Because you've only got that little rinky dink patio. Hey Bernie, how's it going? Welcome. Um, yeah, I mean that would be better than what you have right now. Uh, you have a yard, you know, probably a little bit more privacy instead of just this little rinky dink patio that, yeah. Met up with a fellow stray dog feeder down by the beach by my house. Oh, nice. Oh, Aw. Yeah, that's the problem with stray dogs in so many areas is that they're left to run around. They're not, they're not spayed or neutered. They're allowed to run around. And this reminds me of when I was a kid back in the 70s. Everybody's neighborhood dog was like that. And they were all intact and, you know, the males were always we had a female. Uh her name was Termite. And of course my parents never got them fixed. So she was always getting pregnant from the frickin' neighbors' dogs. And I mean, I loved it when I was a kid because there was always puppies. And I love puppies. But it became a bit of a problem. But yeah, that's sad. Do they not have a program, Bernie, where you're at? And please forgive me if I don't remember where you're from. You're from Guam, I believe, right? But do they not have a program where they round the dogs up and any of the strays and the like the local shelters, the vets will have them fixed and then they can put them back out on the. I mean, I wouldn't want to put them back out on the street, but you know what I mean. Just for population control. Do they have anything like that? Now I have olives. Oh, I don't have a fork. Damn it. Yeah, stray population, it's out of control in some areas, hey? Like really out of control. Ugh. Now I'm eating garlic stuffed olives. Hey, buddy. No, we dropped down from 7 to 5 people. That's okay. It seems to be fluctuating. So what? Oh, we're back to 7 again. Am I seeing things or? Oh, now 6. Okay. Where's everybody going? Mm. 3 p.m. January 1st of Guam. Yeah, Happy New Year, Bernie. You're already in the new year. So we're behind you here. We're trying to catch up. Where did Ellen go? Well, here's a question for people out there. What do you want to see more of on my channel, if anything? Are there any topics that you'd like me to touch upon, or is there anything? As far as my build goes, like I still have. I want to finish off trim. I want to make some cabinetry, that kind of stuff. So it's been a while since I've done anything with my van inside. Finishing the electrical, yes. Yes. And I'm kind of like, I'm taking one step at a time. I've got brackets, which, oh my gosh, maybe I'll show them to you. I can dig them out. I managed to find brackets to go on the roof for racking. And I need some other stuff to add to it. Maybe this way. Are you still? Don't look at my olives. Keep your eyes off my olives. Nope. Keep your eyes off my olives. Can I get into this? So I found some brackets specifically for ProMaster that go on the top. Ellen, you know, on the roof, on my roof, the ProMaster has those pins, right? They look like little T-posts. So those are anchors to the roof, so I can put a roof rack system up there. So what I did is I found, pardon me, it's not complete, Bernie, no. It's still in progress. Well, it's been on hold for a while. Only because, oh, Carl, you're leaving? Okay. Happy New Year. You're on your way out now. Well, have a great time. Stay safe. Please be careful, but have a good time. And yeah, Happy New Year to you. Thanks for coming. Getting back to Bernie, yeah, it's been on hold just because I didn't have any extra money to put into it, and also I just lost incentive. So, but I've got a little bit of incentive back, and I know what I want to do. It's just a matter of having the money. So I've just recently started another new job, and once I get established with that, because I've only been with them for a month and a half now. So once I get going with that and get comfortable, then I'll start thinking about doing some stuff. In the meantime, I've found it's falling apart. I found some brackets to go on top of the roof to mount roof racks to. So, but the roof rack type piping or railing, if you will, it's called 8040 something. It's aluminum, 8040 extruded aluminum. I'll have to send you a picture of it, Ellen, so you can understand what it looks like. It crossways, if you do a cross section of it, it kind of looks like an X. But each little arm of the X has kind of like a little piece that when you cross section it, it looks like an arrow pointing. So imagine that, if you will. It's got 4 of these. So it's a square. I can't make a square with my hand. But it's a square. And then there's these other pieces that you can get for it that kind of slide in that groove, that gap. And then you can bolt stuff to it. So I'll have to show it to you. But these little things, it's from a company called Unaka Gear. So I got these out of the States. And these will go on top of the roof rack. So it's 2 pieces. If I take these bolts off, it's got another piece on the inside that slides onto that T-post. If anybody has or knows what the ProMaster looks like on top. So they've got these T-posts on top as anchor mounts for this type of stuff for roof racking. I can get it apart. So when you take the bolts out, I haven't been drinking enough. So when you there we go. So when you pull it apart, like this piece here, this is the outer piece, and it's got these little rubber feet on it, so it doesn't damage the paint. So that it essentially looks like that, but it's got this other inner piece. And if you can see it, it's cut out here. So that piece slides over top of the T-post. So imagine, if you will, that's the T-post on top of the van. If you can see that. Let's put it against my sweater. So that would be the T-post sticking up on top of the van. So this is the piece that slides on top of it. So, fuck, I don't know how to do this. So you can see that'll slide in like that. So, see? So that it holds, and then it slides inside there, so that oh my God, everything's falling apart. Oh my God, I swear I'm not drunk. Anyway, so the entire thing holds together, and it won't come apart. Although it's coming apart in my head. Anyway. And then you bolt it together. So it's secure, and it's not going to come off. And then that's what I'm going to mount the racks to, or sorry, the solar panels. Lori, are you speaking? Are you what? Okay. You know the language, Lori? In Guam? Oh my God. I can't hang on to this shit to save my life. Lori, what language are you speaking? Bernie's from Guam. Who do we have? We lost Coral. And who do we still have? It means I give my best to everyone. Nice. What language? I don't know what language they speak in Guam. Bernie might have left. Oh, there she is. It's interesting seeing horse rescue and your certification and what different jobs you go through. Yeah. Working on medical retirement. 27 years in education, short 3 for 30 years. Confident I'm making the right decision, planning on traveling. Nice. Yeah, well, I mean, life is short. You know, if you can afford it, you're financially in a position to do it, then do it. Don't be afraid to do it. Jump in, do it. Because if you don't, you may end up regretting it. And that's kind of what the topic was that I was talking about before. That's not right. Put it together wrong. Is like people that are considering doing van life, but they're not sure if they should, or they're afraid, or they want to do it, but they're worried or scared or whatever. I would like to see a little bit, like, I would like to see some kind of a channel out there that is strictly about supporting and giving a safe space for people in that position. Somewhere where they can go and connect with other people and see that they're not alone. Am I crazy? Am I weird? Am I this? Am I that? Because people are ridiculing me. People are telling me I'm stupid or crazy or this or that because I want to go and live in a van. Fuck that. Don't ever let anybody else tell you what to do or what not to do. If it makes you happy and it's not hurting anybody, you're not hurting anybody, killing anybody, hurting animals, blah, 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 then do it. Who the fuck cares what these people think? They're just trying to control and manipulate you into not doing it. And for whatever fucked up reason that they're doing that, who knows? Maybe they're jealous. Maybe that's the case. But don't ever listen to anybody sitting there telling you, no, you shouldn't do that. It's a stupid idea. It's a dumb idea. It's not safe. You're crazy. You're this, you're that. No, fuck off. It's life is too short. Bottom line. That's just the way it is. Too short to sit there and procrastinate. And believe me, I'm a procrastinator. There's a lot of things that I really wanted to do or had intentions of doing, but just and I never did. And I regret it. But as I got older, I realized the only one that's going to make me happy is me. Nobody else is trying to step up and make me happy. So the only person that's going to make you happy is you. And if it's something that you want to do, fucking do it. What's the worst thing that can happen? So it's not something you want to do or like. Maybe it's, maybe you have a hard time finding a job to be able to support that lifestyle. But I don't think it's difficult. I don't think it's impossible. It's not impossible because I've been in March, it'll be 4 years that I've been in my van, and I've supported myself financially right from the get-go. It's because I'm not afraid to get out there and work. But a lot of people want to do this, and they get this false impression that this lifestyle is all this, and there's channels out there that this is the fault of these channels. They paint this glamorous, pretty picture of these beautiful, expensive vans like mine with elaborate, expensive, professional builds. Or maybe they've done the work themselves, but they've had the money to do it. And they make it look professional. And like there's, it's everything's spick and span and it's perfect and it's this and that. They don't paint a realistic picture. It's not all glamour and whatnot. There's actual truth to it when people are showing you the reality of it. It's not always easy, but you figure it out. If you're unable to figure it out, and everything can be figured out, you just have to apply yourself and use your head and come up with ideas. But if you're unable to do that, then it's not going to work for you. Sorry, just try to catch up on the comments here. I'm spitting all over myself now. My God. Heck, you can dress me up, but you can't take me anywhere. What am I doing? I don't know. Have another drink. I've tried reaching out on Facebook, but you've been dealing with yeah. Yeah, I've been a little bit not here completely. Holly. And then I lost my brother in November. So I've been dealing with some shit. Very independent, brave, and just assertive. Well, thank you. I thank my mother for that. She brought me up that way. She was a very strong, independent, brave, and assertive woman herself. So I learned all that from her. They don't show you the real truth. Yes, the days, the reality days of when you have to poop in a bag. Yes. It's not all glamour. No, it isn't. Um, it's not. Even if you just went out there camping. Like these people are part-timers. They're just doing it for traveling. Like they want to go and see pretty places and then they're vlogging about it. And they're making money off it because all these people are like, "Oh, wow." And they get tons and tons of followers and it works for them. But if you go back and look at many of these channels that show that glamorous Hollywood looking fantasy van life, a lot of them aren't in it anymore. They've made their money and now they've bought property. Now they're building houses. So it's garbage. I mean, good for them. If that's what they want to do and that's the route they've taken, then good for them. But it's just not honesty. It's just not truth. It's not truthful. Or peeing a boot. You too. One's all about pooping in bags and the other's peeing in boots. Helene, sorry for your lot. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was very unexpected. And it's been extra difficult because I'm not in England. He was in England. And I haven't been able to go there. So I had to watch the funeral live stream. So at least I got to see it. I got to be there that way. But yeah, I'm more concerned about his wife. She's not taking it very well. Because it was apparently sudden. I knew he was ill for a little bit, but I think we were trying to get to the bottom of it. And the last time he went into the hospital when he didn't come out, um, there was no indication. Like there was no. He. In other words, he went in, um, and I don't know if he knew or not. My brother was very secretive. Um, not to be uh, not to be mean to his wife or anybody around him, but he kept things guarded, if that makes any sense. He was very private. And he wouldn't even tell me. Like he never gave me any indication that it was that bad. But anyway, he went in one last time and the doctor contacted my sister-in-law and told her that he won't be coming out. So it's hit her pretty hard. And then he's got his family. He had 3 kids. He's got 3 kids. My 2 nieces and my nephew. And the two girls, the two nieces, have kids of their own. So we had grandkids and everything too. Where are we here? Are we peeing in boots still? Usually have endorsement. There. Cash different. Yeah. A lot of loss in your life. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I've experienced a lot of loss. My mother, my nephew, my sister, now my brother. I've got one brother left. And a good friend of mine. She passed away too back in 2011. No, 2020. Sorry. My sister was 2011. And yeah, and then of course Holly. First Christmas without your mom. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that'll be hard because you used to go and see them, eh? You used to go and visit them. You'd have dinner and stuff with them, wouldn't you? Are you going to see your dad, Ellen? And Laura, you lost your dad on when? On the 15th of this month? Really? Well, that sucks. I'm sorry. Hmm. Well, oh, you had your dad over. Well, that's good. Oh, we're down to 4 people now. I hear fireworks out there. I thought I would have been down 2 beer at least by now. $20.23. Yeah, well, yeah. We can't get rid of it fast enough, I don't think. World Junior hockey game. Yep. Well, your dad likes the hockey, hey? All right, that's 1 beer down. Bernie's lost her dad. Oh, but your mom's still around. That's good. Sorry for your loss too, Bernie. Yeah, so many people are losing friends, family members. It's been a rough year. My one of my friends, her mom is probably not going to make it too much longer either. They've put her in a coma now. I saw her on Christmas. We had dinner. She was in a video just a little bit ago, like 2 videos back. But they've now put her into a coma. So it's bad. Too much loss. What are you drinking now? I'm drinking the same thing, man. The one that you don't like. The one with the crow on it. I got it because it's got a crow on it. I like crows. That's all I have. I don't have anything else. If I had any port, I'd be drinking port. Again, a brand new pint. Well, if you want to call it a pint. My mason jar with a handle on it. See, you can't even see through it. Dark as my soul. Oh, that's good. Good stuff. What are you doing, buddy? Are you watching? Are you watching? Do you want a piece of bread? I can give you a piece of bread. I got one piece left. You want some? Do you want a piece? Do you? You can have a little piece. Do you want that? Oh, Jernie's in on it. She's going to take it from you. You don't want her to take it from you. Well, you spat it out. Okay, let Jernie have one. There we go. And you have that. You going to chew it? Don't spit it out. Good boy. Good boy. He is a handsome boy. He's very handsome. I tell him all the time. Aren't you? Are you so handsome? Are you so pretty, Jernie? Mucky. Look how gray she is, hey? She went really gray. It was almost like overnight after Holly passed away. She went really gray. Cold, cold, dark soul. Yes, it's black. As black as my heart. Hello. Are you guys so pretty? No? Look at Journey girl. Hi. What are you looking for? Oh, you see it. I know. She sees it. She's watching my plate. Are you watching my plate? Well, we have 3 people now. Well, we're losing the audience. Journey's up now. Yep. Handsome boy. Yeah, quit talking and hand over the food. Yeah. I like hair on you. It's, I need to shave it again. It's too long. Too long. There you go. I'm going to have another piece. No. There you go. Jernie gets one too. Did you get one? Okay. Smoke. And Jernie. Look at you guys. You're so pretty. And you're just so handsome. Yes. He's such a good boy. Yeah. They're such good kids. Yeah. This one's mine. That's mine. You can't have it. Oh, 4 people again. Well, that's okay. At least it's a close-knit group. Hats for them. Would you put the hat on? No? Put the hat on? No? Okay. That's okay. Put that on? No? Okay. No. He's going to freak out. He's pretty scared of some things. He shies away. If I move my hand too quick, he'll flinch, and he's been hit. Hey, buddy, not anymore. You're not going to be hit anymore. No hits. No hits. No hits. No hits. No more hits. You good boy? Yeah. Kisses? Have a kiss. Mwah. My dollar store hat. I look like one of these eccentric movie types now with this hat on. And it's all wrinkled and shit. I mean, what do you expect for a dollar store hat? Is it almost midnight? Who's all out there? Did we lose you guys? Are you whining? What are you whining for? I'm not quite sure what else I should do here for this. Now we're down to 3. Singing Auld Lang Syne. It's too early for that, man. It's too early for that. If I knew how to play guitar, that was my brother. If I knew how to play guitar, I would. I'm going to move that because it's shining in my glasses. I'm all out of bread anyway. But I have olives. Let's start some stories. Let's tell spooky stories. Helene's still here? Seeing your dog left with you? Is that a... Looks like a prune. It's an olive. And they still have the pits in them. New Year's in for your sister. Oh, yeah, because the East Coast, right? So it's already midnight for them. Or past. Are we the only lonely souls out here that aren't going anywhere? We're just sitting here looking at handsome dogs and pretty dogs and watching some weird chick eat olives. Oh, you want stories from the prison? Yeah. What kind of stories, Ellen? Ellen used to work with me in the prison. Well, let's see. One time, Ellen and I, we were working together on the night shift, and it was Christmas, like around, well, it was winter. I can't remember if it was Christmas or what it was, but it was winter for sure. And it was snowing. Remember that one, Ellen? And we we wanted to scare one of our other friends who was working as a prowl officer at the time, and she went down to relieve the officer that was in segregation for lunch. So her name was Tracy. So Tracy went down to seg. She relieved the guard that was down there. I can't remember who it was. It might have been, I can't remember who it was. And So Ellen and I tried to figure out, okay, how can we scare the crap out of her? But it was snowing that night. So I said to my buddy Ellen, I said, well, why don't we build a snowman? And we could put it in front of in front of the seg door in the what was called the link corridor. And then when she comes out, it'll frighten her. So she's like, well, what the hell are we going to put it in? Because it's going to melt all over the floor. So I said, well, what about something from the kitchen? So we went to the kitchen and we found a great big industrial sized roasting pan or whatever it was. So it was deep, it was a couple inches deep. So if the snowman melted, it would hold all the water. And then it wouldn't get all over the floor. And the SEO that night, she would have grabbed us by the ear and pulled us into her office if that were the case. So anyway, so we went out and we proceeded to build a snowman. And we put it in this big tin. And then we carried it. And my buddy there, she's like, well, we got to do something with the snowman. We got to dress it up or something. So then we went to Records and we went to the Lost and Found and we grabbed a toque and a scarf and whatever else we could find. So we dressed it up. And then we went back to the kitchen. We grabbed a fork and a knife. So we put a fork in one hand and a knife in the other. And we put it outside the seg door. And then we told control, whoever was in control. I can't remember who was in control now. Might have been, was it Leslie? Might have been Groves. Anyway, so, and then she said, Tracy's coming. So we hid. And she came out. And when she turned around, she saw the snowman there and we heard her go, ah! And then the SEO, Carol was her name, or is her name. And so she was the SEO on that night. So we were just killing ourselves laughing. So then the next thing we know, the SEO comes. And she's this very, very kind of strict, stiff upper lip, straight-faced, English type personality. So she came, she saw this, she takes one look at the snowman, then looks at us, not breaking a smile or anything. She says, what's this? So we explained it to her. Well, we were trying to scare Tracy and all that kind of stuff. So we built a snowman and put it here. So she looked at us. And then she says, carry on. Yeah. Good times. So then we had to dismantle it and everything. But yeah, that's one story. Nothing to do with inmates, though. Something happened there on my thing. Little glitch. Yeah, and then when we had to do count, we did our rounds. We had our count, and then we had to radio it into control. So we radioed in our counts, and when we finished, the SEO came over the radio, and she says, "You forgot the one in the link corridor," meaning the snowman. Fun times.
was an inmate named Shelley Ball. I can hear Ellen going now. Ah, Shelley Ball. Shelley Ball was a character. And Shelley Ball's real name was Billy Ball. Yeah, see? Oh, God. Shelley Ball. Um, Shelley was 6 foot something and used to be a man. He was incarcerated back in Ontario. I think he was in Kingston. And he was in for murder. So he was a prostitute, male prostitute, and he had been incarcerated for murdering one of his Johns. So while he was in Kingston, he had a hard time. I think I think he got beat up and stuff. Like he was treated pretty crappy and was beaten up all the time. Gay man, yada yada, and he, of course murder. Um, so I don't think he was having a good time in the men's prison. But anyway, he wanted to transition, so it was all paid for by taxpayers' money. So he had this botch job done and transitioned into a woman. Fine, whatever. And then took on the name Shelley. So as a woman, he then had to go into the female institution, and then he eventually was transferred out to us at the prison in Burnaby. So, but Shelley was, I don't even know what the issues were or what the official diagnosis was. I don't know. Maybe Ellen knows. Um, but she was a self-harmer and would cut. And one of her favorite things to do was um, inject saliva. So if you can imagine. And when I first started at the prison, it wasn't long after I'd started. Um, she had done that, and I think it was the shoulder or the knee. I can't remember now. But she had injected, so she was actually going around the prison or the unit, collecting other people's saliva in a cup, and then took a syringe and injected it into her own body. So saliva is toxic to your own body, and you can imagine what happened after that. So the injection site started to rot and it, like it was necrotized. So and it smelled awful. And I remember I had to do an escort once with her to the hospital, have bandages changed and have it looked at and all this kind of stuff. It was just nasty. It was just absolutely gross, like rotten meat. Yeah. So that was her thing. She, yeah, in the shoulder. And the other thing that we had to monitor her on was um, she used to take on jobs of unit cleaning. So she would be like the janitor kind of thing on the unit. So when she would mop the floors, we used to give out the unit she was on. We had to monitor the little Tide Pods. I think that was kind of about the first time that they had come out. That was like in the early 90s. So the little Tide Pods, those little packets. And we used to have to monitor them because she would take them, crack them open, and either eat them or she would rub them into her eyes. So, yeah, this person was extremely ill. Extremely ill. All right, Bernie, sorry that you have to leave, but do what you got to do. And yeah, Happy New Year. Hopefully 2024 will be a better year. yeah, we'll talk to you again sometime soon. Yeah, so anyway, that was Shelley Ball. And there were many others. What do we still have? We're down to two. Okay. Are you out too, Helene? Do you have to go? Is Billy is are they on really? I never thought to Google or him or and the Doukhobors. We had the Doukhobors in our prison too. Three of them. Mary, what were the names? Ellen, Pauline Burkhoff, Mary Braun, and Tina something or other. Yeah, three little old fucking ladies that try to burn a unit down on me. Oh man, was it Zamoff? Tina Zamoff. Yeah, they were characters too. Those God, when the Dukes got going, man, you had to keep a fucking eye on them. You had to have eyes in the back of your head with them. Yeah, well, that's what they did to me. I was on Unit A. They made excellent borscht though on night shift. Oh my god, we they were on their own unit, and if you happen to be the lucky one that got to babysit them for a shift, you got free borscht, and they made awesome borscht. It was great. Matches in the big spool. Yeah, they had matches everywhere. I think they had matches up their yin yang. But yeah, that one time I was working on Unit A, and I I I must have I should have known something was up because he threw a hot baked potato at Sheila. Oh yeah, yeah, Sheila. But I should have known that they were up to something because they were all sketchy and they were looking all around and they kept watching me and I should have known. And 1 second I took my eye off them and they lit the fucking unit on fire. They did it in the TV common room, and they put a bunch of nightgowns with cooking oil on it, and then they lit them on fire, and it was right underneath the television set. So when I finally fucking got in there, I unloaded a entire extinguisher into the room and hoped for the best, but it was too late. So the alarms went off, and the fire department had to come. And I threatened them. I said, "You fucking better lock. You guys better lock now, or I'm going to kill you." I was so mad. Oh yeah, Ken nicknamed her Spud. So many stories from that place. the time when I was on a night shift with another guard that I was hired with. Her name was Cherie, Scottish woman, amazing sense of humor. And we were doing our rounds, and we doubled up and did the rounds together. And we were on the unit where Shelley Ball was. So we were going around, and we heard this on one of the cell doors. So Cherie and I are like, "Where's that coming from? Is that over there? Is that you?" Cherie says, "No, it's over there." So we went, and here we could see Shelley looking out the fucking window of the cell door. Tap, tap, tap. So she's wanting us to come over. So we go over, and Cherie says to her, "Well, what the hell do you want? Like, what do you want?" And she backed up and lifted up her fake boob. Lifts it up. And she'd sliced underneath, right through down to the implant. And calmly says, "Do you think that's deep enough? You think I can get it out?" She was trying to remove her own implants. This inmate was just a train wreck. Are you almost sleeping? Are you almost sleeping? Are you cold, buddy? You want a blanket? Here, get your toys off of there. We'll take your toys off. You want your blanket on? There we go. There we go. And Jernie's got her blanket on. There you go, buddy. Yeah. You're okay. All right. Take Aiden for a walk. Yeah, okay. Could write a book. Yeah. There's several of us that still are in touch, and I think there's quite a few of us that could get together and write a book. Yeah, my friend Bus Route 67 there, Ellen, she could probably write way more stories than me. I've only got a few. But yeah, there's the hooch. The hooch recipe book, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's another one. Irma Dennis. She was an inmate, little native woman. She was in for murder. She killed her husband in a drunk blackout, I guess. But she was quite the little brewmeister. And whenever she was in the prison, she was usually making hooch for everybody. So you had to watch the oranges when they came in on the trays, sugar packets, bread. She could make hooch out of just about anything. Yeah. Well, that's where she would hide it because it was warm. The black garbage bags. She'd throw everything into a black garbage bag, tie it up tight, and then stuff it behind the dryer. because it was warm. It would ferment faster. And we sometimes would end up having to do, after lockup at night, we would have to do searches in the, like there was an exterior building on the grounds that was where the canine unit was, and the horticulture, and so there was I think washer dryers out there as well. But there was washer dryers on each unit, all the on the units. But yeah, she had so many innovative places to hide it. So we used to do thorough searches everywhere. Yeah, that was after I left. Um, that escape happened after I left. I remember hearing about it though. Yeah. One last story before Ellen takes off, and I think we'll probably cut this short anyway because I'm not going to be able to make it to midnight. I'm already tired, and no, I'm not drunk. It's only my second. Like I'm only 1.5 beers in. All right, one last story. This one I wasn't there, but um, one of the other guards that was hired with me, so she was in my hiring group. Um, name was Pam. Lightweight. It's not. It. There's only 3 people here, man. Come on. Um, yeah, this one. So a fellow recruit of mine, a friend that I was recruited with, Pam. She was working one night, and this was on the protective custody unit. Yep, Pam Roberts. So she was on the PC unit, protective custody. So with PC, you pretty much know that there are particular crimes that these people have done. So there was a couple of inmates on there. One in particular that was in for she killed her kids and then set the trailer or house or whatever that they were in on fire. Her name was Maureen DeBelfo, I think. Um, so anyway, Pam was on night shift and she was doing rounds, and she part of the duties of doing rounds was if you had to look into the cells. So each of the doors had like a long, skinny, rectangular window that you had to peer into, and you had to look and see if you could see skin, breathing, that any kind of movement. Um, and if not, then there was concern. So, and if you didn't see any movement for a bit, you kick the door and make the person move, that kind of thing. So you had to have confirmation. So Pam was doing rounds. She was on B unit, which was the protective custody unit, and she was making her checks. She looked in, uh, checked in Maureen's cell, saw the inmate, saw skin, whatever, pardon me, and then off she went. On the next rounds, whatever, same thing. So one of the rounds into the night, she got in there. She looked through the window, noticed that the inmate hadn't moved from the last time. No movement, nothing. So I'm not sure if she rattled the door, kicked the door to try and get her to move. no such luck. So then she contacted control, and I guess the Prowl SEO came. The SEO opened up the door because I think they were the only ones that were authorized to be able to open access the cells. They had to be there. So she came, and they opened up the cell, and they found Maureen, the inmate, had lined her bed with garbage bags. She had stockpiled a bunch of medications, I think sleeping medications and whatever medications that she was on that would make her drowsy. Anyway, long story short, she tried to OD, and then she proceeded to crawl into bed. And when she was feeling drowsy enough, she took a razor and sliced her femoral arteries and her brachial arteries, hoping to bleed out, I guess. So she was essentially committing suicide. So they found her like that in a massive pool of blood, almost dead, and they managed to save her. But yeah, and I think the only thing that saved her was the fact that the medication that she tried to OD on slowed her heart rate down enough that the blood flow, the wounds that she caused herself, had time to clot, so she didn't bleed out. So it was unfortunate that she failed in her attempt to commit suicide, but fortunate enough to not succeed. Yeah. But she was in for a pretty horrific crime against children, her own children. And Pam, and I'm sure there was other incidents that also attributed, but she's got severe PTSD. Severe. Yeah, Shawnee Geary, Brenda Blondell. Shawnee Geary was in for, and she had an accomplice. Wasn't it Francine Nantel? Or was that Blondell's accomplice? Shawnee Geary had an accomplice anyway. And this was here in the Vancouver area. Yeah, her and her son killed a young kid, young boy, beat him beyond recognition with a baseball bat, and then shaved into the back of his head, "Who am I?" and dumped him. Just nasty. Cold-blooded, nasty bitch. Brenda was, she had an accomplice. I thought it was Francine. But I guess maybe Francine was her partner? Lover? I don't know. Yeah. Pasek had her daughter-in-law shot and killed in front of her place of work. Shot her in the head. Killed her. Alexandra Pasek was her name. Alexandra Pasek was the receptionist at the dentist office that my friend went to, Cheryl. Cheryl and I knew Alexandra. I don't know who ratted out Blondell. I have no idea. They drowned somebody. It was in a river. They drowned her. Didn't they? Or didn't she? Held her fucking under the river. Stepped on her head and held her under the river or something. Killed her. Drowned her in the river. monsters in the world. Yep, that's for sure. Absolutely. Um, yeah. Then there was another, I can't remember her name, that was also in PC. Yeah, Blondell was killed. Yeah, she got murdered too. And I think, didn't he do it the same way? Somebody had told me that she got murdered in the same fashion that she murdered the person she killed. That person that she killed, the woman she killed, was somebody that Cheryl knew. Not Cheryl Weaver, my friend Cheryl. When Pesek came in, I had to ask to be taken off that unit because I wanted to kill her. Cheryl and I both knew Alexandra. That was the woman that Pesek had killed. They just drove by, they stalked her. And when she left the dentist office, because she was a receptionist there, when she left, she was parked just across the street because she was afraid. She used to get, um, or well, once she had um, Cheryl and I escort her down to her car because she was parked in the underground. She was afraid. She knew somebody was, like, she was being stalked. So this one time she had parked, she'd start parking out on the street where people could see her. And the one time she was leaving work, and she had somebody with her going in the passenger seat. But as she was getting in the driver's seat, because she was standing out in the road, a car drove by and shot her in the head. Well, as fun as it's been, I think we may just call it quits now. There's only two of you here. The kids are fast asleep. So I'm just gonna finish my beer and then call it a night myself. So yeah, I think that's it. We didn't get too many people here. How long were you there for at the prison? I was there, I think, about 3 years, almost four. I started in very early '92, and I left. I was off on short term for a bit because I was assaulted. That's another story. Um, um, yeah, so I think it was late '94 when I put my resignation in. Late '94, yeah. So 2, 3, 4, almost 3 years for me. But I left on my own. Um, yeah, and maybe we'll get into that another time. Yeah, you too, Helene. It's been fun. Don't get me wrong, but two people, and yeah, I was hoping I might be able to make it to midnight, but I don't see that happening now. And I think everybody's kind of taken off anyway. They've all got their plans and they're all heading out. So I think we're good for now. But thanks for stopping by. It's been great chit chatting and um, telling some stories and good old prison day stuff. But yeah, we'll do another live sometime. I'm not quite sure when, but yeah. And I'm gonna work on some new videos coming and hopefully start involving Andrea James. Yes. There's a name from the past, yeah. Yes, that's right. Um, yeah, so there's things I want to do with the van coming up, and I want to get the electrical stuff going. I need to get that stuff done. All my panels and everything have been sitting in storage, and it's not getting, nothing's getting done. So it's time that I get working on it and get stuff installed that I have. It's just sitting there in storage and it's not doing anything. So I need to use it. But I have, like, I'm starting to get pieces together that I can put a rack system on top, and then we can mount the panels, and the rest of it should be good. It'll all start to come together. But anyway, yeah, I think that's going to be it. Um, I'm getting tired anyway, so so much for staying up to midnight. I should have started the live earlier and just did it for a couple hours. But anyway, already have a good night, Ellen. Thanks for coming by. It's been fun. Thanks, Lori, for showing up. It's been fun. And thank you, Helene. I don't know if you've left already or not, but thanks for showing up. And yeah, we'll do this again sometime. And hopefully we'll have a bigger audience. I'm so popular. Alrighty. I'm going to figure out how to turn this thing off now. Okay, guys. Happy New Year. Stay safe, and we'll see you again soon. Ciao for now.